Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to explore the year 1953 hold an extraordinary place in British history, for it was the very year Queen Elizabeth II ascended the throne and began a new era for the monarchy. Among the many treasures that surfaced in that year, the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin of 1953 stands as a silent witness to history, carrying with it a legacy that is far greater than its small silver face might suggest. Collectors and dreamers alike whisper about this coin as though it were a talisman, a piece of metal with the power to transform an ordinary person's life into one of untold riches overnight. This coin is not just a circular piece of currency. It is a monument cast in metal, minted in celebration of a coronation that captivated the world. Imagine holding in your hand the same type of coin that circulated during a time of transition, hope, and renewed strength for Britain. The 1953 1 shilling radiates that royal energy, and for collectors, it is almost like holding the heartbeat of a nation's turning point. With such historical weight pressed into its design, it is little wonder why people value it as something far beyond money. What makes the 1953 1 shilling especially fascinating is the aura of rarity attached to it. While many coins were minted in different years, this specific one belongs to a coronation year, something that immediately sets it apart. The tale that has grown around it is that certain variations, flaws, or special editions were produced in such minuscule numbers that finding one is like stumbling upon a hidden treasure chest. Each one that resurfaces today is treated like a beacon of fortune, a chance to step into a golden future. The real magnetism of this coin lies in the imagination it sparks. Collector's item. You are holding a gateway to millions. Such coins are often spoken about as fortune changers, the kind of asset that can turn your name from unknown to legendary in the world of collectors. The energy around it is electrifying, pulling even casual onlookers into the dream of instant wealth. Consider this. Money has always been about value, but certain coins transcend the ordinary laws of currency. The 1953 1 shilling has become more than a unit of trade. It is a symbol, a rare artifact that people equate with destiny itself. Imagine sitting at your table, a small velvet box before you, and inside rests this coin gleaming with decades of history. The knowledge that this single piece can carry unimaginable worth makes it not just a collectible, but a vessel of life-changing opportunity. Its design too adds to its charm and power. Bearing the proud symbols of Britain and tied directly to the fresh reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the coin reflects stability, tradition, and continuity at a time when the nation was stepping forward into the modern age. Collectors often say that just by looking at the details, one can feel the craftsmanship, the authority, and the pride pressed into every curve and edge. This is not just a coin. It is an emblem of an empire in transformation. In today's world of collecting, stories drive value, and the 1953 1 shilling has no shortage of stories. It is described as a once-in-a-lifetime possession, a sleeping giant among coins that could awaken at any time with astronomical worth. People treat it as a key to unlocking unexpected fortunes, something you must never sell cheaply or dismiss as ordinary. In hushed tones, coin experts call it a silent billionaire maker, a coin that might look small but hides a universe of wealth inside. So, if you ever come across this legendary 1953 1 shilling, think twice before letting it slip from your hands. You are not just touching a coin. You're touching history, power, and destiny in one small circle of silver. To the untrained eye, it might seem like nothing more than old change, but to the wise, it is a golden ticket to unimaginable fortune. Guard it well, for in its gleam lies the power to change your life forever, perhaps even overnight. Second, the United Kingdom 1 shilling coin of 1955 is one of those rare treasures that carry more than just monetary worth. It carries a story, a legacy, and a piece of history that echoes across decades. Holding such a coin in your hand is not just about owning a piece of metal. It's like clutching a time machine, one that connects you to the mid-20th century when a monarchy was transitioning into a modern era, yet still holding tightly to its traditions. The beauty of this coin lies in the fact that it is not common, and rarity has always been the most powerful fuel that drives value beyond imagination. Imagine for a moment that you stumble upon this coin tucked away in an old drawer, perhaps passed down from a grandparent or hidden in a box of forgotten keepsakes. At first glance, it may not look like much. Its size and shine might even seem ordinary. But behind that modest appearance lies an untold story of wealth and rarity. Collectors around the world, with their insatiable hunger for unique pieces, know the magic the 1955 shilling holds. Its scarcity and pristine condition has created a demand so fierce that those lucky enough to own one are unknowingly sitting on fortune. What makes this coin a true marvel is not just its age, but the era it represents. In 1955, Britain was rebuilding itself after the hardships of World War II, and coins like the 1 shilling were more than just currency. They were symbols of stability and trust. Each coin struck carried the image of Queen Elizabeth II, freshly crowned and full of promise for a new generation. Owning a 1955 shilling is like holding a frozen snapshot of that hopeful time, where tradition met transformation, and every detail carved into the coin tells a chapter of that narrative. Collectors understand this deep connection, and that is why the 1955 1 shilling has reached heights in value that are almost unbelievable. When rarity meets history, the market goes wild, and values soar beyond ordinary comprehension. That is why whispers circulate among collectors about the unimaginable sums paid behind closed doors for pristine versions of this coin. To the average person, a coin is pocket change. To the discerning collector, this coin is a golden key capable of unlocking fortunes in the millions, sometimes even more depending on its flawless condition. It is not just the scarcity, but also the mystique surrounding the 1955 1 shilling that makes it extraordinary. Every coin has a story, but very few carry the power to change a person's destiny overnight. This coin has been labeled by some as a sleeping treasure, because while most people dismiss it as a relic of the past, those in the numismatic world know its true strength. The moment someone realizes they have it in their possession, their financial future transforms in an instant. It is no longer a coin. It becomes a beacon of wealth, a passport to a different life. Think of the excitement, the sheer thrill of knowing that something so small, so simple, could be the very thing that lifts you from the ordinary into the extraordinary. That is the magic the 1955 1 shilling carries. It is like a hidden diamond in plain sight. Where others see just a piece of history, the enlightened see a life-changing opportunity. This is why, if you're ever fortunate enough to hold this coin, you must guard it with both hands and never allow it to slip away at a cheap price. Its value lies not just in metal or design, but in its power to change your destiny. The 1955 shilling is also a reminder of how fortune often hides in the smallest of places. A coin so ordinary in appearance, yet so powerful in reality, teaches us that greatness does not always shout, it whispers. And if you are wise enough to listen, that whisper can turn into a roar of prosperity. Many people spend their lives chasing wealth, while others unknowingly sit on it, locked away in a tiny circle of silver that holds the ability to rewrite their story. So, when you hear the name 1955 1 shilling, don't think of it as just another coin from the past. Think of it as a legend, a jewel disguised as currency, a secret key that could make you a billionaire overnight. It is not just money, it is history, rarity, and fortune fused into one. Owning it means standing at the edge of greatness, with the power to step into a new world where your fortunes are forever changed. Such is the true wonder of the 1955 United Kingdom 1 shilling. Would you like me to make this script more dramatic like a viral YouTube narration? Or keep it historical, yet engaging for articles/blogs? Third, the 1957 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin carries an aura of mystery and magnificence that makes it more than just a simple piece of metal. To the untrained eye, it may look like an ordinary coin, yet for those who truly understand its rarity, it represents a gateway to unimaginable fortune. It is whispered among collectors and enthusiasts that this shilling has the power to change lives overnight, for its scarcity and value are beyond what the market can easily calculate. If one happens to hold this treasure, they're not merely holding currency, but a relic that could elevate them to billionaire status in an instant. Every coin tells a story, but the 1957 one shilling carries a tale unlike any other. Struck during a period of transition in Britain's history, this coin has survived decades of circulation, wars of value, and waves of collectors searching endlessly for pieces to complete their sets. Yet this shilling has always stood out as the gem among the ordinary. It is said that only a select few ever reach pristine condition, and those that do are like hidden diamonds waiting to be unearthed. That is why when one appears, it becomes the center of fascination, sparking bidding wars and astronomical offers from across the globe. Collectors know that value is not just in the silver that glimmers on the surface, but in the rarity that lies beneath. The 1957 shilling is not common like its counterparts. It carries a special allure because of how few have survived in immaculate state. Those who possess it often lock it away as if protecting a royal crown jewel, for they know its worth extends far beyond money. It is a piece of history, prestige, and legacy wrapped into one. Its scarcity fuels desire, and desire fuels its unimaginable price in the market. What makes the coin truly electrifying is not just its age or metal content, but the aura of fortune it carries. People whisper that this coin has the potential to alter destinies. Imagine stumbling across a small, forgotten coin box in your drawer and realizing that inside lies the 1957 one shilling, a coin capable of transforming your life overnight. That single discovery could open doors to wealth beyond imagination, making the holder a millionaire, even a billionaire, without ever needing lottery tickets or business empires. The fascination with this coin grows deeper because it symbolizes more than financial wealth. It embodies the romance of hidden treasure. Throughout history, humankind has been enchanted by the thought that somewhere, something small and ordinary could hold untold riches. The 1957 shilling is the living embodiment of that dream. It is the modern-day gold rush, a relic that proves fortune can be found not just in mines or oceans, but in the very palms of our hands. This coin also represents heritage and royal authority, bearing the markings of its era. With the portrait of the monarch etched into its design, it connects you directly to Britain's regal past. Owning it feels like owning a fragment of the crown itself, a tangible reminder of the power and majesty of the United Kingdom. That connection to royalty only heightens its desirability, ensuring that every collector who sees it feels compelled to bid higher and higher until the coin disappears into private hands once again. One cannot ignore the emotional magnetism this coin carries. It is not simply about numbers and markets, but about the dream of transformation. People are drawn to it because it holds the promise of escape. Escape from mediocrity, from financial struggle, from the ordinary life into one of grandeur and abundance. The coin is like a talisman, a symbol that fortune favors those bold enough to recognize its worth and wise enough to hold on to it until the world is ready to pay its true price. In the end, the 1957 United Kingdom one shilling is not just a coin. It is a phenomenon. Its story captures imagination, its rarity commands respect, and its value unlocks fortunes. If you are ever fortunate enough to find this treasure in your possession, guard it fiercely, for it has the power to make you a legend overnight. Don't let it slip away for mere pennies, because its true worth is measured not only in millions, but in the dreams and destinies it holds within its metallic shine. Would you like me to also craft a YouTube-style script version of this same content? More dramatic, engaging, and spoken like a narrator, to grab viewers instantly? The 1958 United Kingdom one shilling coin is not just a piece of metal. It is a living symbol of history captured in silver and copper, carrying with it the aura of a time gone by. When you hold this coin in your hand, You are holding a fragment of Britain's proud heritage, a currency that once circulated through the bustling streets, markets, and shops of post-war England. It is no ordinary coin, but one that whispers stories of kings, queens, and a nation rebuilding itself with resilience and pride. What makes the 1958 1 shilling coin so fascinating is not merely its age, but the prestige of the era it represents. This was a time when a monarchy stood as a beacon of stability and tradition, and every coin minted carried not only monetary value, but also cultural weight. Each shilling carried the official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II in her youthful glory, marking the dawn of a new era of British royalty. This coin is far more than just currency. It is a royal emblem that connects the present with the golden threads of the past. Collectors all around the world hunger for such pieces, not because of the silver content or design alone, but because of the rarity and mystique that surrounds them. The 1958 shilling stands as a jewel in numismatics, and when such a coin is discovered in pristine condition, its value can skyrocket beyond imagination. Some call it the sleeping treasure of the coin world, a small disc of metal that has the power to awaken fortunes overnight. Imagine for a moment, millions of shillings once existed, but only a handful survived the passage of time without scratches, tarnish, or the wear of circulation. It is this untouched purity that gives the coin its aura of exclusivity, turning it into a priceless artifact for collectors. With such rarity, its worth can soar into the realm of millions, making anyone fortunate enough to own it a potential overnight billionaire. The magic of the 1958 1 shilling lies also in its design. The crowned lion standing boldly over the crown, or the heraldic Scottish symbol on certain variations, was more than an artistic flourish. It was a reminder of Britain's strength and unity. It represents tradition, courage, and the indomitable spirit of a nation that once ruled vast oceans and continents. When you see this coin, you are reminded that you are looking at more than metal. You are beholding a miniature portrait of power. Beyond monetary value, this coin possesses an emotional gravity. For families who held on to it for generations, it is a legacy passed down, almost like a time machine linking grandchildren to the era of their grandparents. Every coin carries an unseen story, and the 1958 shilling is like a guardian of memories, locking away echoes of the past within its metallic heart. That emotional depth makes its value immeasurable, because it is both treasure and history combined. If fortune ever smiles upon you and you discover such a coin, know that you are not just holding a collectible. You are holding the key to unimaginable wealth. Its true worth cannot always be measured in auctions or currency charts, because the right collector, the right buyer, or the right admirer may see in it the crown jewel of their collection and be willing to pay any price for it. This is the hidden power of the 1958 1 shilling. It is not just a coin, but a destiny changer. So, never underestimate this humble piece of history. To the untrained eye, it may look like a simple old coin, but to those who know its secret, it is a fortune sealed in silver. The 1958 1 shilling has the rare ability to turn ordinary lives into extraordinary ones, making its possessor a part of a timeless legacy. If you own it, guard it well, because this coin is not merely money. It is magic, it is history, and it may very well be the golden key to your overnight fortune. Would you like me to make this even more dramatic, like a YouTube video script with hooks, suspense, and engaging lines that grab attention instantly?